What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 Pacific Automation 147. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series has the Portland Raceway, a near 2-mile road course that generally put on some really solid racing. In IndyCar, in the last couple years for Xfinity Series, has put on some really strong and really good racing at the track. The last time we ran at Portland, we saw Shane Van Gisbergen pick up his first career NASCAR Xfinity Series win in 2024. He is not back this time around, as of course he is competing full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series and is currently having an opportunity to advance to the round of 12 in the NASCAR Cup Series Plus starting this weekend with the playoffs beginning. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend currently at the moment is actually looking pretty promising. It's going to be 81 degrees at high with 61 degrees as low with a 5% chance of rain with mostly sunny skies. Going to be some really nice weather out in Portland this weekend. Not going to be too hot, not going to be too cold. Just going to be the right weather in the low 80s in the base as a high, in the low 60s as the low. The weather is going to be pretty solid for the weekend. I like the weather that we're seeing, and rain will not be a factor currently at the moment for this weekend as we head to Portland. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks usually work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle. I don't think will have pace and speed or are really good at, they're not that great at this type of track. I do 3 underdog picks, 3 drivers who desperately need to get run, who I think will have a good run this weekend or are really good at this type of track. And I do my winners pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall. And I do the drivers you need to watch out for, and usually for the Xfinity Series and the Craftsman Truck Series, I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 Pacific Automation 147 at Portland? My first suck pick for this weekend at Portland is a driver 39 car for RSS Racing, Ryan Sieg. Look, Ryan Sieg is a really solid driver and has had some pretty good speed throughout the 2025 year. However, when it comes to road courses for this program, it has been a little bit of struggle. They haven't had a lot of consistency. They've had a lot of reliability issues throughout the year and the season. And I just don't trust the 39 car to have the pace and speed to be a major factor in any way, shape, or form. And I think reliability is going to be a big factor when we get out to the track this weekend. So I think for Ryan Sieg, it's going to be a little bit of struggle. I don't think a 39 car will have the chance to go out there and get it done. I think it's going to be a struggle this weekend for Ryan Sieg at Portland. My second suck pick for this weekend at Portland is the driver of the 25 car for AM Racing, Harrison Burton. Now, to be fair to Harrison Burton, this car has definitely ran a little bit better on the road courses this year compared to prior years, but a lot of times with the Fords especially, there's been a lot of reliability issues and reliability problems we've seen with these cars throughout the season. I think it's going to be, unfortunately, a little bit of struggle for Harrison to be a factor, which is disappointing because Harrison's got a good chance to make the playoffs this year in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I think he's going to have a decent car, hopefully, but I just think something's going to go totally wrong for the car. I think it'll be a little bit of struggle this weekend for Harrison Burton out of the track at Portland. And my third and final suck pick for this weekend at Portland is a driver of the 91 car for DGM Racing, Josh Williams. Look, it's really good to see Josh Williams back behind the wheel of a DGM Racing car and back in the NASCAR Xfinity Series after not running the last couple weeks, or basically not running much in the last couple weeks due to him losing his ride with Colin Racing. But let's be real and honest here. Josh Williams is not the best road course racer in the field. And while DGM Racing has shown pace and speed at the road course in the past, I don't really rely on Josh Williams to be a guy who can get into a car at a road course and be a factor in any way, shape, or form. So I think because of that, I think it's going to be a little bit of struggle for Josh this week and have any chance to be really good. I don't think this 91 car will be up front. I think it'll be a little bit of a struggle for him this weekend at Portland International Raceway. And now we're going to jump on the underdog picks for the 2025 Pacific Automation 147. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Portland Raceway is the driver of the 28 car for RSS Racing, Joey Hand. Joey Hand will make his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut this weekend at Portland with the RSS Racing team. I mentioned the issues with reliability, but someone that I think is really good when it comes to reliability in motorsports is Joey Hand. And Joey Hand is also a fantastic road course racer as well, as he's won the Rolex 24 and won a lot of big road course races throughout his career in a bunch of different classes. I think Joey's going to have a really good run this weekend. I think he has prior experience at this track too, if I'm not mistaken, which will give him a pretty big advantage over a lot of drivers in the field. I think Joey's going to have a pretty solid run. I think he'll take that car potentially up in the top 15 this weekend at Portland. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Portland is a driver, the 18 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Williams Walsh. We all know that Williams Walsh struggled in the early portion of the year, but one type of track, especially early in the season, where Williams Walsh performed was the road courses. And I'll say this about William. In the second half of this regular season, I will give him credit. He has shown a lot of improvement. He's at top 10, top 15 speed on a week-by-week basis and pretty consistently as well. And I think Williams actually going to have a really strong run with the Joe Gibbs Racing team this weekend, where he could be an underdog, potentially pick up the win. This could be a potential possibility of that first career win coming soon in the future. A track like this could potentially lead to that. He's also going to run the ARCA West race as well, which I think is going to help. I think William will have a pretty solid opportunity for a good run this weekend at Portland. And my third and final underdog pick for this weekend at Portland is a driver 32 car for Jordan Anderson Racing, Austin Green. Mr. All Reliable. Austin Green is a fantastic road course racer who's generally run up front at these road course tracks throughout the 2025 year. We always see this car doing really, really well out there, and Austin is a good road course racer in general. I think he's going to have an opportunity for a top 10 and maybe an outside chance even at a top 5 this weekend as well, because I think that the 32 team is going to have some really strong pace for sure. So we'll see what Austin Green can do, but I look for the 32 car to be up front in some way, shape, or form. I look for Austin to give this car an opportunity and chance to run very well this weekend in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Portland. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2025 Pacific Automation 147. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Portland is absolutely a no-brainer. This guy has already won 7 NASCAR Xfinity Series races this season, and technically he didn't fully win the Xfinity race at Daytona, but he was the driver who got credited with the win. But in the last 12 races, he's had 12 consecutive top 5 finishes. This guy's also been the best at road courses in the Xfinity Series. Well, I think he's got 3 or 4 road course wins this year in particular. He's been absolutely exceptional. I am picking the driver, the number 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch, to pick up his 8th win and his 3rd win in a row. He would be, I believe, the first driver in quite some time, if he's able to just have twice in a season where he's won 3 races in a row. We saw Kyle Larson do that in Cup in 2021 and Dale Earnhardt do it back in 1987. But I don't remember the last time we saw it in the Xfinity Series. Connor's been so exceptional, especially on these road courses this year. He's absolutely favored, even with the injuries that he suffered. I think he goes through the whole entire race. I'm going with Connor Zilisch to pick up the win this weekend and get it done at Portland International Raceway. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Portland. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you need to watch out for this weekend at Portland is a driver of the 11 car for Kaulig Racing, Will Brown. Will Brown is making his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut this weekend at Portland, but I think he's one of the favorites already going into the weekend. Will Brown comes to the same vein as Shane Van Gisbergen, who of course won his first ever race at this track in the Xfinity Series, and I think Will Brown will have a really good chance to do that. I think he's one of the few guys that has a shot to beat Connor Zilisch this weekend because of his road course background. He's a fantastic road course guy who can get the best out of equipment. He didn't get the chance and opportunity to really prove himself the other 2 races that he ran in Cup, but I think because of the equipment that he's in Kaulig, I think they're finally going to have a solid road course program for sure. I think Will Brown will have a good chance and opportunity for a potential win this weekend at Portland. The second driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Portland is a driver of the 41 car for Haas Factory Team, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer is all reliable at road courses. He's won 4 out of his 7 career wins. I think 3 or 4 out of the 7 wins or 8 wins he's had have come at road courses so far in his career. And Sam Mayer is an exceptional road course guy. He always runs up front at these types of tracks. He qualifies very well. He starts up front in these events. I know he's lost some of his thunder because of Connor Zilisch's dominance and Junior Motorsports dominance at the track with guys like Daniel Suarez and Connor getting it done. But I think Sam Mayer is going to have a solid opportunity for a potential win. We're not surprised if he gets his second win, but second win of the season this weekend at Portland. The third driver we need to watch out for this weekend at Portland is a driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Jack Perkins. Jack Perkins making his second start of the 2025 year. This originally was going to be his debut, but he ran Chicago, qualified very, very well in that event, had some good speed, but unfortunately got taken out early in the race. I don't think that's going to happen this time around for Jack. I think he's going to have a really strong run this weekend. The JGR cars have shown pretty good speed at the road courses this year, and maybe Jack Perkins comes in the weekend and actually is a massive factor. I think he's going to have a really good opportunity to go out there and pick up a potential win. We'll see if we can go up there and challenge Connor for the victory. I think we'll have a pretty good opportunity to do that this weekend at Portland. And the fourth final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Portland is a driver to 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Sure, Justin Allgaier's had some reliability issues on the road courses so far this year. You go back to Chicago, you go back to Mexico. That's 2 races where that 7 car was not a big factor for the win. But Justin Allgaier's had some good speed at Portland in the past. He almost won the race in 2023. He had a pretty good car in this race last year as well. And Justin's had a lot of speed on road courses throughout his career. He's won quite a few of these in his career as well. So I think Justin Allgaier will have a good chance and opportunity to contend for the victory. I think he'll be up front looking to get it done. I look for the 7 car to show some good pace and strong speed this weekend at Portland. So, those are my race picks for the 2025 Pacific Automation 147 at Portland. Just a reminder, my set picks are Ryan Seek, Harrison Burton, Josh Williams. My underdog picks are Joey Hand, William Swalch, Austin Green. My winner's pick is Connor Zilch. And the ones to watch out for: Will Brown, Sam Mayer, Jack Perkins, and Justin Allgaier. Those are my race picks. So that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 Pacific Automation 147 at Portland. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go to more of that and comment your picks below for this weekend at Portland. Who are your picks? Let me know your suck picks, your underdog picks, your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Portland. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have race picks for the Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington. We'll also have the paint skin video for Darlington and Portland as well. Then, of course, on Friday, we should have a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel. And then, of course, we will have reactions probably to truck qualifying as well, perhaps. And then on Saturday, we're going to have the reactions to the Truck Series race. We'll have reactions to Cup Series qualifying as well. And we'll have reactions to the Xfinity Series race coming up on the channel. We've got a lot of content coming up. People like Haley Deegan, SVG, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Frankie Muniz, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, Cletus Safron, Dodge Ram, Brock Finney, Cam Waters, all the good stuff we'll talk about on the channel in the coming days and coming weeks as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great Austin NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, buddy.